Probably a dumb question, but I'm still going to Google it anyway. Okay. Happy 17th anniversary to The Simpsons movie. Eat your cereal. Go to bed. To be continued. No, seriously, what the fuck? Have a day. LFG. Yep, LFG indeed. Y'all. I'm drifting on you, babe. Yep. LFG, more like LTG. I did STDs because of ADHD. Or however the quote went. Zip these back where they were. I'm the guy. Cake. Anyway. Okay. Now that we, actually, probably the quickest, our regular viewers have shown up. But welcome to Wonder After Dark. My apologies if I sound a little soft. Read. LFG, more like LTG. You know the guy. No, I don't. No, seriously, I don't know what LTG is. Is TGI Fridays as incredible as it looks? I actually really don't know. On YouTube. I don't. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so tonight, well, I guess I should rewind a little. Oh, yeah. My apologies if my Discord, okay. Well, had you said low-tier God, I probably would have known what you were talking about, audience, but just seeing LTG, it doesn't immediately click, oh, low-tier God. You should bake bread now. Anyway. Alright, my apologies if my energy got an ST. My apologies if my energy is a little low. My dad, after how long of the window being closed every night, has said, keep the window open in case something happens. Like what, me reading Batman Meets Godzilla again? I decided to be a little bitch anyway, though, and shut the window. But I'm also a little pussy, so I'm trying to stay relatively calm. You now have another STD. Anyway, but I'm also a little pussy, so I'm trying to keep this. You can read my fan fiction again. I don't know if I'm ready to. Anyway, but I'm also a little pussy, so I'm trying to keep this relatively calm, which means my censorship that I usually enact upon the audience might be a little lax tonight. A little more relaxed. Anyway, okay, last night, previously on Wonder After Dark, I put up a poll asking what the next episode topic should be. The options were Tangled, the My Little Pony mobile game, and other, meaning whatever your choice. I sent my fan fiction. I will get to that shortly. Anyway, where I was going with that. Nobody voted for options 1 or 2, but option 1 of the comments was review a Lego game, and option 2 was smash or pass on Marvel and DC characters. Ultimately, tonight's episode is looking like a real grab bag of topics. So, how's this a grab bag? Well, San Diego Comic-Con is taking place, this weekend. Marvel, of course, was in their usual special clubhouse. And, oh god, the Marvel panel just got crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier as it kept going. I'm just gonna skip to the juicy stuff. Okay. They talked about Captain America, Brave New World, which, I do think looks pretty good, but, we've heard a bit about Captain America. Not saying I don't care, but wasn't really of note, other than Harrison Ford looking like Joe Biden shitting his pants. Anyway, okay, on to Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, they also talked about Thunderbolts, but really all that happened was that the cast just kind of talked. So yeah. Anyway, Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four, first of all, begins filming on Tuesday. No one cares about. Yeah. Anyway, Fantastic Four begins filming on Tuesday. So expect to see leaks within the hour. Second, Fantastic Four is described as being set in a retro future of the 60s. So definitely not set in the MCU. I care, Lee. Matt Shackman says they went to the desert to find the best type of rock to make the Thing out of, which, hearing that with no context, is hilarious. Pre-shoot material of Fantastic Four was shown, interestingly shot in 4:3, the square aspect ratio, implying, so he's made of crack, implying that the movie itself might be in 4:3, which would be pretty neat if it is. Rock is a slang for crack. Noted. Anyway, the Fantasticar is an old Cadillac that looks straight out of the Jetsons. Oh yeah, they showed the Fantasticar. The film also received a title, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. While I would have preferred if it had been The Fantastic Four, just plain and simple, I actually like the subtitle. It's nice, it fits, I like it. Michael Giacchino will compose the score. Really cool. They showed early footage of Galactus in Fantastic Four. I would have preferred if they had left Galactus a surprise, but wow. And then they segued into the next film by saying the Fantastic Four will appear in both upcoming Avengers films. Do tell. And then that led right into Avengers. finish my sentence. Your mom. Anyway, the Russo brothers are set to direct Avengers 5 and Secret Wars. Which, I mean, I think we all kind of expected that to happen. Anyway, after the Fantastic Car flew around the hall, the Russo brothers stepped on the stage. Joe and I truly believed that was the end of us for the MCU because we had put all of our passion and love into those films. Oh, you'll find out. Anyway, they revealed a new logo for Secret Wars, followed by the new title for Avengers 5. Avengers Doomsday. Not Kang Dynasty, Doomsday. And the new villain, Doctor Doom. Yep, I'm literally looking at the San Diego Comic-Con. Discussing film, tweeted it all, I'm looking at it. Why Doctor Doom? They didn't say, but that's not the craziest part. They revealed the actor for Doctor Doom. Who's playing Doctor Doom, you may ask? Robert Downey Jr. I wish I was making that up. Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom. I knew that would exhibit that reaction from the audience. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom. What did he say on stage? New mask, same task. And to prove that I'm not bullshitting, here's the photo from Comic-Con of Robert Downey and the boys. One fan had a very funny guess as to who Doctor Doom was. If you couldn't hear that, somebody guessed Jared Leto. Yeah, somebody really thought Doctor Doom was about to be played by Jared Leto. It's doom and time. But yeah, not Jared Leto, Robert Downey Jr. Oh yeah, Robert Downey also had this to say. What I tell ya, I like playing complicated characters. Yeah, case in point, why are you Doctor Doom? Like, what? I mean, I get the multiverse, but still, what? Yeah. Anyway, and then they follow it up by just saying, you know, hey, Avengers Doomsday is coming May 2026, and Secret Wars is coming May 2027. And then that pretty much... was the end. Is Toby going to be in it? They did not say. They didn't give, like, any cast details other than Robert Downey and whoever. Robert Downey was, like, the only definitive that they gave. But, given the recent success of Deadpool and Wolverine, they didn't say anything about Hugh and Ryan, but we can probably assume Hugh and Ryan. I mean, yeah, even though No Way Home was pretty special, that would be neat. But let's... Yeah, I remember. But yeah, let's see here. So Robert Downey Jr. is now definitive as Doctor Doom. I am still really confused. We'll file the Spider-Men under maybe. Hugh and Ryan seem pretty likely. Yeah, that's our Secret Wars cast so far. even though only one of them is for sure confirmed. Anyway. But yeah, Marvel decided, leave it to Marvel to bring us 2 birthday parties back to back, 2 days in a row. I wonder what day 3 will entail. Oh, by the way, I said that I used up my 3 mentions. Is both awesome and home improvement sound effect. Yeah, basically. Anyway. Oh yeah, on the previous episode I also said that I used up my 3 mentions of redacted. Those 3 mentions have refilled, so I'm going to use mention number 1 on this joke. Even he who shall not be named would be looking at this news like, what? There's mention 1. Get over it. Okay. Is Marvel done with Comic-Con for the year, or is there more tomorrow? I don't see anything about tomorrow. That's literally all I can say, audience. That's all I can say. I don't see anything for tomorrow. So unless I see otherwise, it's looking like they are done for the year. That was directed towards Spider. Over to Sylv. I eat the camera. Okay. Oh. Anyway. Now, directing this to Sylv, I apologize for having attachment issue. Hot. I apologize for having attachment issues. But let's not dwell upon that any further, unless prompted otherwise. That was hot indeed. And then directing this to Spider, and in response to, this year's Comic-Con felt a little underwhelming. Not bad, pretty surprising, but also not as crazy as the other year. Agreed. Yeah, just agreed. I wouldn't say it was the worst. In fact, it was pretty good, but yeah, it was a little underwhelming. But yeah, Marvel decided to throw us for an absolute loop. So yeah, leave it to Marvel. I mean that in a good way, but also a what the fuck bewildered way. I'm gonna puke. Hot. Anyway, okay. But yeah, this episode is looking like a real grab bag of topics. So what's the next thing we're covering? No joke, my finger has been killing me for days. Every time I bend it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm not saying that to sound sarcastic, audience, but that just is unfortunate. Also, we have 3 viewers, inexplicably. To whoever number 3 is, hi, hello. If you are a random viewer, welcome to... Oh, okay, on my end, it just went back down to 1 viewer. Well, assuming viewer number 3 is still here, hi, hello. If you're new, welcome to the show. If you are old, welcome back to the show. If you are who you think I am, if you are who you think Jesus Christ. And if viewer number 3 is still, let me just try that all over again. Viewer number 3, if you are who I think you are, hello. A friendly hello, but I'll leave it at that. If you are just a random viewer, welcome to the show. If you are a random but old viewer, welcome back to the show, assuming you're still viewing. Anyway, a broken robot is an understatement. In fact, remove robot so it's just broken, and that would be completely accurate. Anyway, alright, but what's the next subject that I want to talk on this episode? What's the next topic? Alright, well, basically, I completely forgot. Have you ever had a dream that you could do so, you wit, you want, you could do so, you wit, you want, you could do, you wish, you want him to do so much you could do anything. Anyway. Okay. It was literally brought to my attention earlier today that it is the anniversary of the Simpsons movie. Lego. Yeah, Lego. I'll get to Lego, but let me go finish. Anyway, it was brought to my attention that today's the anniversary of the Simpsons movie, so I of course felt the primal urge to rewatch it, despite the fact I've already seen it 1,001 times, and there's a billion other Lego Simpsons is in Dimensions. I actually did know that, so I'll probably use this to transition into the next topic. But anyway, it was brought to my attention that the Simpsons movie anniversary is today, so of course I had the primal urge to rewatch it earlier, which I did, despite the fact that I already have it pretty much memorized, beat for beat, word for word, shot for shot, place for place, dick for dick, tit for tat, and I probably could have watched a billion other new things, erotic and not, but I still watched it anyway. Now, the Simpsons movie needs no introduction, but I'm still going to read about it anyway. Because if there's one thing I'm good at, it's boring my penis gallery by reading. The Simpsons movie is a 2007 American animated comedy film based on the Fox Network animated sitcom The Simpsons, created by Matt Groening. The film was directed by series veterans David Silverman in his directorial debut, and stars the series' regular cast: Dan Castellaneta, Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright, Yeardley Smith, Hank Azaria, Harry Schreier, Pamela Hayden, and Tress MacNeille, reprising their roles. It's bountiful penis, not valuable. Minor script mistake. Anyway. And Albert Brooks as the film's main antagonist, Russ Cargill, head of the Environmental Protection Agency. The film follows Homer Simpson, who irresponsibly pollutes Springfield's local lake, causing the EPA to imprison the town under a giant glass dome. After he and his family escape to Alaska, they ultimately abandon Homer for his selfishness and return to Springfield to prevent the town's demolition by Cargill. Homer then works to redeem his folly by returning to Springfield himself in an effort to save it. You know what? Fuck it. This is... No. This is funny. You can't get mad at me for making this joke. This is funny. This exact thing happened to me from May to now. See? You can laugh at that. That's funny. And there's a quote from the movie. Anyway. Alright. The film release... Alright. The film had its premiere, fittingly, in Springfield. Alaska is in America, though. Yeah. That line of dialogue is so natural that you kind of don't question it right away. Anyway. The film premiered, fittingly, in Springfield on July 21st, 2007, and went to Homer is supposed to be dumb. Anyway, went to wide general release on July 27th, 2007. The film had a budget of just $75 million and had a box office. It made $536.4 million at the box office. Can you say huge success? Because I sure can. Which is funny. TV cartoons that get feature film adaptations either are a huge critical, commercial, and nostalgic success, or a failure. No in between. Oh wait, what does this say? Marge recording over the wedding video hits harder than it should, like the quote from Spy Kids 2 about God. Do you think... Yeah, wait. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created here on earth? Anyway. Okay, but yeah, film was a huge success. It was a critical success, commercial success, it was just a success all around. That's dickerific. Agree. And what's funny is I'm not even naturally great at impressions like that. That just kind of came out perfect. I didn't even try to nail that. That was just perfect. Oh, God. Anyway. I mean, yeah, that is a shocking moment. Anyway. Although previous attempts to create a Simpsons film had been made prior, they failed due to the lack of a script. Y'all should see my notes out. Eventually, in 2001, producer James L. Brooks, Matt Groening, Al Jean, Mike Scully, and Richard Sakai began development on the film, and a writing team consisting of Brooks, Groening, Jean, Scully, Ian, Max... I was so tempted to read that to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire. Futurama, Max Payne, Red, Affection, Blood, Rain. Anyway, Ian Max Tone Graham, George Mayer, David Merkin, Mike Rest, Matt Selman, John Swartzwelder, and John Vitti was assembled. They conceived numerous plot ideas, with Groening's being the one adapted. The script was rewritten over 100 times. Why, yes, I do think God stays in heaven for that reason. Anyway, but... God, I did not try to nail the impression like that. It just kind of came out perfect. Yeah, it literally says right here, over 100 times. Oh, and it gets even better. Also continuing, after work on the animation began in 2006. Rookie number Flexion. Wonder After Dark, the only show that dissolves into inside jokes. Anyway, consequently, hours of finished material was cut from the final release, including cameo roles from Aaron Brockovich, Minnie Driver, The Flash stole my idea. Yes, it did. Isla Fisher, Edward Norton, and Kelsey Grammer, who would have reprised his role as Sideshow Bob. Tom Hanks and the members of Green Day voice their animated counterparts in the final cut of the film. Okay, now I'm not going to read this part, but it had an extensive marketing campaign. If you didn't have any of those Burger King toys, what was wrong with you? Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, the film was released theatrically on July 27th, 2007 by 20th Century Fox, and it became the 8th highest grossing film of 2007, and the 2nd highest grossing traditionally animated film behind The Lion King, and the highest grossing film based on an animated television series. The film received acclaim for its humor, emotional weight, writing, and callbacks to early seasons, while being nominated for numerous awards, including a Golden Globe for Best Animated Feature at the 65th. Wowie zowie. I love how that's just kind of I love how that and Zooey Mama have just kind of become the unofficial. Alright. Collection of Wonder After Dark catchphrases. Wowie zowie, Zooey Mama, and Hoof Job. Those three have kind of become this show's catchphrases. And hot. Can't forget about hot. Anyway. Alright. Skipping over the marketing, because again, it's long and extensive. I want hoof. You done opened up the floodgates with that one. You done opened up the floodgates. Hoof career. Yep. There it is. Anyway. The film was then released on Ooh. Anyway, moving on. Moving right along. The film was then released on DVD and Blu-ray worldwide on December 3rd, 2007, except the US. The US would have to wait a little bit longer, as it released on DVD and Blu-ray in the US. I need a drink. Okay. Audience say, get yo drink, hey. Cheers, I'll suck to that. There's your reminder that this is not a green screen. Anyway. Just waiting for our beloved Sylve to get the drink. Get your drink. Get your drink. Wonder After Dark, the only show where I hide. Oh, next time get yourself a board that can handle the neutron style. Later, Nick. Anyway, the US would have to wait a little bit longer, as it would release on DVD and Blu-ray in the United States on December 18th, 2007. Courtesy of good old 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. Hey, it's the Nixter. The nigger chin. Anyway, it contains commentary tracks from both the producers and animators, 6 short deleted scenes, a selection of material used to promote the release, an unfinished deleted scene. Okay, now this was not included on the DVD release of the movie, but it is listed here. An unfinished deleted scene of the townspeople singing the Springfield Anthem was included on the complete 10th season DVD. So I guess if you want all the bonus content for the movie, you have to get season 10 on DVD. Which that's easier said than done, because pretty much all the DVDs except the movie are ass expensive. And that was pretty much it. The DVD and the Blu-ray were the Wega Chin. Anyway, And that's pretty much it. The DVD and the Blu-ray were only released once in December 2007, although they would remain available for many years until the time Disney bought 20th Century Fox. After that, it basically became a dime a dozen. You couldn't fucking find it. Unless, of course, you're subscribed to Disney Plus, which they would prefer you to. RIP. Anyway. Now, it wouldn't be this show without me having a copy of the movie that I'm talking about. Unless, of course, that movie went straight to streaming. Yeah, I have the Simpsons movie on DVD. Worth noting, technically there were 3 releases. The Blu-ray, which I seen a copy of Mulan 2. I haven't seen Mulan, I haven't seen Mulan 2, I haven't seen the live-action Mulan that was filmed on a concentration camp. I haven't seen any of the Mulans. At least I'm pretty sure it was a concentration camp. Anyway, but yeah, technically the Simpsons movie had 3 disc releases, technically. The Blu-ray, which was only available in widescreen, and the DVD, which was available as both full screen and widescreen versions. I was filmed in your basement, tied up and gagged. Trap, in theaters August 2nd. Anyway. Now, you're probably wondering, how can you tell the difference between... Well, actually, before I get to that, the widescreen and the full-screen DVD have no real differences. Same bonus features, menus, trailers, everything. Only difference is that, of course, one displays it in the widescreen aspect ratio. I'm not answering that. The other displays it cropped 4:3. This is the full-screen DVD. You're probably wondering how you're able to tell the difference. Teeny tiny full screen. Yeah, that they are setting you up there, but yeah, full screen, super tiny there. Of course, on the widescreen release, it would say widescreen. Really not my favorite cover art. Like, movie on the full screen. Anyway, really not my favorite cover art, just in general. Like, I get it. Homer's the main character and kind of the mascot of the franchise, but this was all you could do. And I get the movie's about him, but like, couldn't at least put like a colorful background there. And this isn't like one of those reissues where they put like the character on a solid color. Nope, this is the original release. Anyway, the spine. Interestingly, no Fox Home Entertainment logo, but full screen, The Simpsons movie, Spider Pig, our beloved. I just said pig and I knew what you wanted to say, but I'm not going to let you say it. DVD logo. The back, again, full screen. Of course, on the widescreen copy, it would say widescreen. Even though I just read the bonus features on Wikipedia, bonus features include commentary, director's commentary, deleted scenes, and slightly alternate ending. Shh. Special stuff and a lot of trailers. Wowie zowie. And there's the disc. I don't recall if the full screen DVD has different artwork on the disc. I don't own the widescreen. I know I probably just fucked it up, but whatever. I'm tired. I don't know if the widescreen DVD had different artwork on the disc. I imagine it probably did. I'm pretty sure the Blu-ray had the donut on the disc, but I don't own either of those to compare. The Simpsons movie, though. Do I need to say it? It's a great movie. Very funny, insanely quotable, just the right amount of time. It's just long enough for you to enjoy yourself but just short enough to where it doesn't overstay its welcome. It hits all the right beats. It's just a well-crafted, well-executed motion picture experience. And there's more excitement coming your way from Disney. But yeah, great little film. I can't add much to the discussion. It's just Discord play on stream. Okay. But yeah, I can't really add much to the discussion. It's just a great little film.
Get QuickBooks Solopreneur.
No, I don't want QuickBooks. I don't want QuickBooks Solo, whatever it was called. All right.
Don't just be a rich bastard.
I don't know why I was expecting that to be edited in some way, but anyway. Yeah, good. Yeah, that was a great way to close the review. But yeah, I can't really add much to the discussion. It's just a great movie. So, Sylv requested that I review a Lego game. Any Lego game. I'm going to twist that a little bit because, fun fact, audience, there's not a single damn Lego game that I have ever completed. I'm not making that up either. I'm being dead serious. I have never finished 100% and completed any of the Lego games. I wish I was lying, I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm being dead honest. I have never. So glad to know I'm not entirely alone. I'm just alone in every other field. And before you get mad at that joke, it's funny. Lego Indiana Jones. Lego Nazi Hunter. Anyway. Austrian painter. Okay, but back on topic. But I'm going to twist this a little bit, and I'm just going to instead point out something that I've noticed before and thought about before, but has only really started to set in stone recently. Lego Star Wars is probably the most consistent. That Austrian painter. I wonder whatever happened to him. I don't know, but wherever he is, I hope he's having a blast right now with himself. Yep, I just said that. I just said that. Ain't none of the major studios gonna want to work with me. You saying that with a straight face kills me. Yeah. Okay, anyway, back on topic to the lovely audience. I just noticed the subtitles are still on. There we go. Anyway. Okay, but what I was going to say, I mean, compared to some other people, yes. No, that is not referring to anyone in particular or anything in particular. I need to clarify in case you think it is. Just in general, compared to some other people, you are lovely. But let's not dwell upon that any further. Everyone is lovely. Are you sure? Gabriel Iglesias talking about the gift basket. Is that chicken? That whole story with G. Riley. in the gift basket. If I hadn't ruined my reputation, I would have sent a lot of people a lot of gift baskets. The penises, sure. Anyway, okay, but if there's one never mind one Lego game, just if there's one video game that I think has been the most consistently remade, re-released, remastered, ported, enhanced, etc. Discord, okay? You've been awfully quiet, Spider. I'll play that, but let me finish first. Anyway, if there's one video game that I think has been the most consistently remade, remastered, re-released, ported, enhanced, etc., I was playing Minecraft, no worries. Anyway, also how fitting, talking about video games, and you were playing Crap Mine. GTA 5, close, Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars is probably the most consistently remade, remastered, re-released, enhanced, ported over, etc. It's like, Nate, just say, Lego Star Wars. Chances are a version of it exists on probably every console you can think of. I mean, shit, in its original form, we have the two separate games. Lego Star Wars, the video game, and Lego Star Wars 2. Which, something, I played all of Lego Star Wars. I have only ever touched, like, the first... If Lego Star Wars was a movie instead of a game, then I probably have only touched the equivalent of the first 20 minutes. If that. The equivalent. Anyway, but... Anyway. But in its original form, there's Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. Can I smell your teeth? Okay. Fuck me, Daddy. Anyway. Okay, but in its original form, we have Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. Which, it's funny, the movies were out of order. 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. But then the video games were in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, George Lucas. Shit. Fuck me, Dad. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it again because I don't want to get put on a list. Especially when I had to work to get my ass off a list. No, seriously, I would hate to deny... I live by a certain motto. We shall never deny a guest even the most ridiculous request. That is not necessarily a ridiculous request since I did kind of open up the floodgates for it, but I don't want to get myself put on a list. Especially when I, albeit effortlessly and easily, but still had to work to get myself off a list. You stole that from SpongeBob. Me hi miny yaddy yaddy yaddy. You know, when you see Squidward in bed, it's a 50-50 what he's going to say. It's either, I have got to get my hands on a Krabby Patty, or I have got to get my dick sucked. Watch my video, Hair Man. I'm in the middle of something, blonde bitch. Blonde bitch who has a nice pair of smooth criminals down under. Yep, that's another thing I just said. I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating. And it gets everywhere. Not like here. Anyway, But after Lego Star Wars 1 and 2, there was Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, which is basic minor spelling misake. Oh my god. Counts, but also doesn't count. I do request elaboration, but I'm still going to carry on anyway. And of course, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga would basically be ported over to fucking everything. I swear, you can probably play it on a smart fridge at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if you could play Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga on a damn Nokia. And then, of course, a couple years ago now, we were blessed with Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So yeah, I'd say Lego Star Wars has been re-released, remastered, remade, ported, etc. quite a few times, wouldn't you say? Haha. It's because it's essentially a remaster of the first two, with the first game being redone to match the second. I mean, yeah, I would say the two of them are still fairly in line with each other as is, but yeah, that does make sense. Well, anyway, you're forgetting 2 Lego Star Wars games, by the way. I was just talking base Lego Star Wars. I know the Clone Wars game exists. I don't know what the other one is. Oh yeah, Force Awakens. I have no epiphany for the skinned, only the fur. Just for that, I'm gonna play the stupid video. There's a certain somebody that I haven't even been. I've had Lego Force Awakens in my possession for ages now, but I have not played it yet. Anyway, but yeah, that I have Lego Force Awakens for PS3, but I haven't played it. I'm really bad at that. Another, there's a certain somebody I would like to forward. You're wrong about Lego Star Wars. Shut up for a minute and just let me... I'm overwhelmed. Okay. There's a certain somebody I would like to forward this to, but I don't want to get called a very racist, insensitive person. Crazy Korean guy smashed this window. Sure. Oh, and I love how this takes place in the Windows computer. The top comment. Honey, the neighbor is doing the thing again. No, drinking and smoking won't affect my child, her child. I like how he gestures toward the busted window like a salesman offering a product for the low, low price of... Is this music copyrighted? I don't know if this music's copyrighted. I can tell there's music, but I can't tell if it's copyrighted. Bro is professional, upstairs neighbor. My mom, why don't you go play with the neighbor's kid? The neighbor's kid. And over here we have a lovely pile of glass. It closes the fuck. But why does it take place in the Windows wallpaper? absolutely zero comment for that. That just... Zero comment. That just... I think that just speaks for itself. You know, I came to see a crazy Korean guy smash a window, and I got a crazy Korean guy smashing a window. Oh god, another one. And oh, hey, this one was actually, this video, fun fact, yogurt, I actually recognized this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna give my comment. I'm distracted by the videos. I'm using my rose toy. I'm using my Jessie toy. I read another. Anyway, now this one I recognize, another. This one was sent ages ago by he who shall not be named. He was the one who exposed me to yogurt before. So this is kind of a deja vu moment. I watched this on stream ages ago, and now I'm watching it again. That's some nice yogurt. Also, there's some interesting lore. That's some yogurt. Peter Griffin bought. Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the fuck? You remember that bot? Oh, unfortunate. Well, Peterbot was funny at first, and then Peterbot got annoying. Oh, here's another video that I have seen before, but I will always love. I've seen this one plenty of times, but I love it. Oh my god. Touch my balls! No one else is in the room where it happened. You just touched your balls. I love that video. That has got to be one of my absolute favorites. That is genuinely one of my favorite damn videos on the internet. I am not even kidding. It is that good. Oh yeah, and then he just interrupted everything for no... Yeah, Peterbot was funny at first and then just annoying. But yet, in a weird way, I kind of miss Peterbot. I want to feed you for... Oh my god. But in a weird way, I kind of miss Peterbot. You're like dangerously skinny. Hey, look, you finally admit it. Although you think I look bad, you should see Spider in real life. He looks worse. Looks a lot worse. I sorry. I forgive. Or forgive me. Anyway, though. It was worse a couple years ago. My rib cage was crazy. One of my ribs sticks out further than the other, and I have no idea why. Who knows? Might be cancer. You know, I just said that as a joke, but watch... I just said that as a joke, but watch me be right. It just seems like my luck that I say that as a joke, and then I go to the doctor one day, you have cancer. And oh my god. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention. Here's the funny image for tonight. Just forgot to mention. It's Wolverine. Get it right, it's Man Spider. Oh, you're into pronouns, huh? Well, let me see them titties. I love that. That's another video that I absolutely love. I love how we're just going down the cursed YouTube video rabbit hole. I actually don't know what those are. Okay, oh, no. Okay, I love how we're just going down the cursed YouTube video rabbit hole. It's just anything cursed that could be on YouTube, we're watching it. But, oh my god. I just started one video and then I get submitted another. Well, I guess it looks like video reactions are back. Thanks for the erotica, Daddy. That's as much as I can bend over. You are downer than bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, next video. How funny we see something related to the FBI. Alright, next one.
Sorry, this might be a dumb question, but where are you right now?
I'm in the toilet taking a shit.
What book are you reading?
Book? You are taking a shit.
No.
It stinks.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Oh,
I can smell
sure.
it. I wish I was dead right now.
You know, you shouldn't say those things so casually, considering that I'm at your place right now and it's eternity. I'm taking a shit. Are you with me right now?
That has no right to be as fun. Why am I fat? Because. Oh my god, how many fucking videos? Is this just the video? I need advice. I wish I could give advice, but I'm currently being distracted by an ass ton of. Yep, that's Pedro Pascal crying. Oh my god, chill. Oh my god. I know you tell me not to mention him on this show, but not even he who shall not be named goes this crazy with the video reactions. Oh my god. Pedro. Ah yes, it's that infamous teenage robot clip. You wouldn't like my body, it's all circular. Oh god, okay. This is... How many more? This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. That did not go where I thought it was gonna go. Okay. Next one, it's a clip from the Batman. No more video reactions. I would stop if Spider would stop sending videos. I'm not choosing the videos. Our beloved Spider is basically subjecting me to them. Okay, that was actually surprisingly normal. Okay, I done. Okay, thank God, just 2 more. Okay, Animal Crossing, don't play Animal Crossing, but... Okay, I'm turning these next 2 down. Okay, the top comment. Nice to know I wasn't the only one expecting Welcome to the Black Parade. Okay, last one, thank God. Thank God we're done. A drag queen! I don't even watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't even watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but I love RuPaul. Rare footage of a soul leaving and re-entering a body. Okay. That was... Tell the joke, because I feel like I'm a joke. That was 7 motherfucking minutes. You motherfucker. Stop. What do you call a war between white people and black people? I'm not answering that. That's for my own consumption. Okay, but I saw, but I am not watching it. I'm not even going to read the title of that on camera. I'm not gonna. The only elaboration you are getting is the Netflix original film Cuties. Sylv has to go sweep. Nighty night. Nighty night. If you want to catch up, there's always the recap tomorrow. But if not, no worries. Have a night. Have a day. Have an orgasm. Oh wait, but first I want to say something. Go ahead. This is the show where I like to interrupt the audience because the audience interrupts me, but I won't interrupt you. Bing bong. Tinker, shut the fuck up. Just using that for future feedback. But anyway, have a day, have a night, have an orgasm, have an orgy. I don't give a shit. Big penis cock. I wish somebody was here to agree with that. I am done after that. Anyway, have a night, have a day, have everything in between. I'm also not reading that on camera. Hey, remember when you said you had to go sweep? Wonder After Dark, the only show where the audience contradicts what they said a minute ago. What? I'm awake. See these eyeballs? They're wide ass awake. Oh shit, we're late. Now I'm back. You's not alone. No one here besides me. No, you have me too. Okay, yep. Been a while since we've heard from her. Anyway, I'm aware of such a question. I guess I'll just spend the rest of this episode. It's funny how, it's funny. When this show has what I consider a full audience, it usually dissolves into chaos, albeit the fun kind of chaos, but still chaos. But then when this show only has one audience member, yeah, it's a little miserable, but it's also a lot tamer and calmer. It's funny how that works. It's like once Sylv leaves, it becomes a completely different show. I don't even have a joke for that, audience. I just think that's amusing. It's like one person leaves, one person stops watching, and then it just becomes a completely different show. Like the whole mood, the whole vibe just changes. It suddenly goes from who can get tossed in juvie quicker to who can talk more depressing. I am bored. Same and same. How's Fahrenheit? I'm just going to cover all sides. The film side. Film and TV side. Okay, I'm going to start. I'm not really going to go in any real particular order, really. I'm just going to talk in general. Going through my notes here. And I'm going down to. There it is. Okay. Northwestern Railway, or NW Railway. I'm kind of having mixed thoughts. I'm not saying I don't want to make it, not saying I really, really want to make it, like it's my passion project, but I'm kind of having mixed feelings about it. Because, like, on the one hand, I feel like the original draft would be the more, I guess, the Thomas the Tank Engine draft would be the more guaranteed success. But on the other hand, I feel going not licensed original, the cat and train, I guess, story. I guess the future world story. I don't know what you call it, but Draft 2. Draft 2, it seems. I mean, Draft 2 is the more interesting one, and I think the one that's more likely to get made. But I'm kind of conflicted, because it's like, you know, if one happens, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, depending on which one happens, you know, the Thomas draft or the original draft, or original story draft, then that kind of determines the future moving forward, really. So, like, would you prefer draft 1 to happen? Let me just easily categorize. Okay, let me just easily categorize the two drafts. Let me try to categorize by name. I'm going to call the Thomas draft T01. And I'm going to call the Cat draft C02. We'll refer to them that way. I put a lot of, you recall, I put a lot of heart and a lot of soul into T01. Granted, I never got as far as the script phase, but I put a lot into it, and it kept me very active. Maybe not busy, but active. Because whenever I was really feeling it, I would get to writing and get to coming up with ideas. And when I was feeling down, I would relieve some stress by writing away. But then, of course, it happened and kind of took away my motivation to make it for a bit. And really my motivation to make anything. Here I am now, honestly feeling miserable, but yet I still have a bit of motivation. But still, I don't know. I think T01 seems more likely, but then let's look at C02. C02, I think, has more potential as an original property, not connected to a pre-existing entity, albeit inspired by. But at the same time, I'm not really sure, like, if it'll really click with audiences. I mean, I get that's the gamble with an original film, but I don't know. I really don't have any preference as to which one I would like more to happen. Although, let's put this in a perspective. I made a lot of progress with T01, the Thomas draft. You know, characters, character personalities, and character motivation, a plot line, world, elements within the world, etc. I could write a C02 draft and send it for you to examine. I would appreciate that, but let me continue my little rambling here. But yeah, I would appreciate that. But anyway. But I made a lot of progress on T01. C02, I've been thinking of some ideas, but I never get very far. And I don't know why it is. But I do know it's not because I don't care, not at all. I do care, and I do think it has potential. But here I am saying, okay, so I've been presented with this world. It's kind of cyber-ish, futuristic. Okay, that works. That could work, and that maybe will work. Okay, but now I'm thinking, okay, so we have this cat. Okay, but do we go the Puss in Boots route, where the cat is anthropomorphic but walks on both 4 and 2 legs? Because Puss does that. Do we go the Garfield route, where the cat is largely anthropomorphic and only walks on 2s? Do we go kind of stylized with the cat, or do we go with a more realistic design? What about the engines? Do they have kind of 9-ish faces, kind of robotic, to kind of fit with the cyber-ish theme? When I say this, I don't mean copy Thomas exactly, but do we go with a more organic look for their faces? Kind of fleshy-ish, I guess? I've just had a lot of mixed thoughts. But there's that project. As for other Fahrenheit projects and how those are doing, there's a certain film, I've brought it up before, and I do kind of want to make it, but of course it would require very specific circumstances. Very specific. Basically, the film would follow fictionalized versions of yours truly and you. Fictionalized. Oh wait, what does it say? I have a vague idea of how this sort of thing could possibly go, like the Batman with trains. Also, I was thinking more model inspired. Yeah, that could work. Anyway, another project. This one I never really had a name. This project that I'm referring to, I never had like a name for it, and I've referred to it before, but this project is another one that like I would love to make someday, but it requires very specific circumstances. And when described, sounds complicated. Basically, this film, which never had a name, would follow fictionalized versions of you and I, viewer to host. Basically, what do I mean fictionalized? Well, basically, it would be part scripted film, part legitimate. Let me explain. The story would be two friends, you and I, would be on one of us would be on vacation going to see the other, who you can determine. Anyway, the film would document 7 days of this vacation, switching back and forth between two point of views, me and you, showing different point of views of the same day. My day could have been great, your day could have been great. My day could have been shit, your day could have been shit. The scripted parts would come from the framing device and the plot, while the unscripted would be basically us kind of dicking around either in public or in general. So it would be part real, part fake. But again, it would require very specific circumstances, like, okay, I need this person here, I need these locations, I need to just go out and do this, I need to see if anyone needs to get anything for the house, and yeah, it would require a lot. It would require the stars, planets, and penises to align perfectly. So, this sounds like it would be in the style of a Kevin Smith film. I've thought about that. Like, I have thought about that. Even if it wasn't really intentionally Kevin Smith right away, it does kind of have that Kevin Smith like sound to it. And then another one that I kind of let sit, maybe Edgar Wright's, him too. Anyway, another one that I have mentioned before, another project that I have mentioned before, but has been kind of on the back burner for a while, and in the back seat, actually not even in the back seat, in the trunk for a while. Consider Fahrenheit to be a car. This project that I'm referring to was a priority for a while, but then it got demoted to trunk. And now I've kind of opened the trunk to get the spare tire out, and oh hey, there it is. This project also never really had a name. Yeah, I'm really bad at coming up with names for these, but this project I'm simply going to refer to as what I have it written as in my notes, Untitled Modern Western Adventure, aka The Horse Project. This film would be kind of a boy and his horse adventure film, but it wouldn't be set in, a traditional 1800s Western town setting. It would have kind of that Western exploration adventure feel, but it would be set in modern day. So yeah, I never got to the story per se for this one. I never really got to the story. Just super basic what I want it to be. But there is something particular that I do want for it. In terms of the horse project, I want it to end in a way. This was something I always thought about ever since I got the idea for it, but I want it to end in a way where if it doesn't really do well enough to warrant a sequel or any kind of follow-up, then it can easily be treated as just a standalone, self-contained, one-and-done adventure. But if it does really well to warrant a potential franchise, then the hypothetical sequel could easily pick up either right where its predecessor left off or shortly after. And it wouldn't feel tacked on or like an afterthought or like it was done after the fact. Because I would want the ending to feel natural in a way where it could be the end or it could be the start of something new. Would the horses be realistic? Glad you asked. I kind of, okay, at first I envisioned this as a live action film, but then I said, nah, this should be animated, that just works better. But to answer the question, would the horses be realistic? They wouldn't be like hyper realistic, if that's what you mean, but they would be like, you know, Disney DreamWorks kind of realistic. Not like overly exaggerated cartoony, but they'd be very expressive, very, you know, animated. So I guess the short answer to that would be they would look realistic in anatomy, but they would not be overly, hyperly done. Same applies to the whole style that I have in mind. Lord of the Rings in the style of Superman 78. I assume that's what you think I'm describing. I'm assuming. Either that or that was just purely random. I don't know, okay, I was just making sure. That kind of sounded like it was somewhat related, but I don't know. But yeah, you can feel free to brainstorm that one with me later. I've also thought about doing a couple, besides films, I've also thought about doing a couple of TV shows. I would want to do another show about, okay, I guess going back to the Vacation POV film, I would want that to serve as kind of a potential pilot episode, feature-length pilot, to a show, oh wait, what's it say? Like a big adventure with, or big epic with a ton of creative creatures and knights, but with the optimistic and colorful vibe. I like what you're selling. Not sarcasm, I just like what you're selling. Anyway, in terms of TV show projects, I imagine that the Vacation POV film that I described would probably serve as a pilot episode of the sort to a full show, either in the same style or following the same characters. And then this next one is a licensed show, and in fact this one has the least likely chance of ever happening, a Power Rangers reboot. But see, this reboot that I have in mind would not be in the style of, say, the 2017 movie, even though I do like that movie, but it also wouldn't be, like, in the style of the original show, at least not fully. What I envision is if I had the chance to reboot Power Rangers, it would keep the Super Sentai and overall Tokusatsu influence and motif and everything, while also being a bit more mature in tone, but not excessively dark, excessively gritty, gory, sexual, etc. It would have, oh, hello. Power Rangers in the style of 1930s sci-fi. I hear ya. Funny, Sylv, you just came back right towards the end of the episode. Bed was gay. Funny, Sylv, you came back right towards the end of this episode. I was genuinely almost done. But anyway. But yeah, But yeah, if I had the opportunity to reboot Power Rangers, basically what I would want is it to be in line with the Disney era, where the Wonder. Before you finish, can you talk about what I missed? Not much of anything really. I just Spider here asked for updates on some of my film and TV projects that I would like to make someday. That's pretty much it. You didn't miss much of anything. Anyway, back to you, Spider. The Wonder Universe will officially launch in February after 8 years of development. That's exciting. I don't mean for that to sound sarcastic. That just is exciting. Anyway, but yeah, another show I would like to make. I'm gay and Italian, yes. Another show I would like to make is Creepy Rejects, which is basically a goofy, funny, haha show about creepypasta characters. You can likely guess who threw that one up into my mouth, like a mama bird. Anyway. Okay. In terms of, I want to make a plushie series. Then do it. Repeat. Okay, I'll repeat. Remember when, directing this to you, Spider, in the audience, remember when you said a while back that we should pitch a show about the creepypasta characters to Adult Swim? Yeah, that's how I ended up putting Creepy Rejects on the slate. There's your repeat. Anyway, directing this to you, Sylv. I've thought about making plush videos, but I've never really gotten very far. Anyway, now what about the YouTube side? Because remember, Fahrenheit is still very much a YouTube thing at this current time in history. I said I want to make them get the same here, but again, I've never gotten very far. Anyway. Now, what about the YouTube side? Because remember, although Fahrenheit, I've gotten fairly far. I wish I could say the same about myself. Anyway, what about the YouTube side of Fahrenheit? I'm a Plushies showrunner. Yep. Alright, now what about the YouTube side of Fahrenheit? Because remember, although I do want to make movies someday, Fahrenheit is still a YouTube thing at this present time. I do have a video that I really want to, bring myself to finish. The video in question is titled Scrubbed, that one friend who has an insanely depressing summer. I really want to make this video. I really want to finish it. I have like a really... You're probably thinking, oh, you have a rough edit? Send it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have anything of note. Just title cards, me kicking a trash can, and then that's basically it. There's more to it than that, but that's all I have. Yeah, I do want to finish this video, but I don't know if I ever will, honestly. Also, no, I did not put Scrubbed in the title because the video is related to Scrubs in any way. I just felt it fit the content pretty well. Anyway, but I guess there's the current status of Fahrenheit so far. Not a lot of progress has been made. So there's this SpongeBob episode called Procrastination where... Oh yeah, I completely forgot. It's funny, I talked about Star Wars. I completely forgot to mention the My Little Pony mobile game. Whoops. I completely forgot to mention the Pony mobile game. Whoopsie doodle. 8 years, yeah, whoopsie doodle. I forgot to talk about that on this episode. Well, I guess now I'm required to make that the topic for tomorrow night's. Alright, read. Procrastination is my life for real. Isn't it all? Anyway, yeah, it's funny, I said I was going to do that, and then I completely forgot. Just this whole episode. Yeah, the My Little Pony mobile game that I said I was going to cover on this stream, I just forgot. You are now not sick. But yeah, I just completely forgot to cover that mobile game. Whoopsie doodle. I would talk about it now, but okay, that's unfortunate. I take that joke back. Anyway, I would talk about that aforementioned mobile game now, so, but unfortunately we're running out of time. Pedro. Anyway, okay, without sounding like a broken record, I would talk about that mobile game now, but unfortunately we're running out of time, so we'll have to save that for tomorrow night's episode. Hopefully I don't forget. So, sound good, audience? Because I kind of forgot on this episode. In my defense, a lot of stuff happened on this episode. I won't be around tomorrow night. How come? No worries if you're not, but how come? Because no. Whatever that means. I should have known that's where that was at. Okay, directing this to you, Spider. I was going to talk about the Funny Ha Ha Pony game on this episode, but I kind of forgot and we're running out of time, so unfortunately I'll have to save that for tomorrow night's stream. How does that sound? I forgot that was a... So did I. I forgot. But yeah, I forgot. On the Deadpool and Wolverine stream, I said I was going to cover that Saturday, and then I just completely forgot for this one. Thankfully, I did not name the... She's a squirter. Thankfully, I did not name this episode after that. But, whoops. Whoopsie doodle. But yeah, I guess we're covering that tomorrow night for real this time. Sound good? Sound Gucci? Sound pussy even? I'll take that silence as a yes. I do be smelling like a fillet of fish. Milk, okay. Okay, but it is 12:40 a.m. We are at almost 100 minutes. Can I milk you? Go right ahead. Start milking. Okay, anyway. I referenced that in Season 2 episode. Anyway. Alright. I would hate to cut you both off, but we are at 100 minutes. We are running out of time. I think we're going to wrap this episode up here. But before I do, are there any additional topics you would like to see on the next episode? And on top of that, how would you rate my performance on this episode? On a scale of 1 to booty, awaiting responses. I want to see you talk any Karen encounter you've had. I wish I could do that tonight, but we'll save that for another time. But I guess I'll do that one of these days. So, what about you, Spider? Any topics you would like to see on a future episode? I don't know. Okay. Well, I think that's about... Been a while since my ass was hurt. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this episode up here because that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. Good night. Have a day. Oh, wait. Interrupted the outro. What were you going to say? Before we wrap up the episode for real, because you interrupted the outro. What were you going to say? To be continued. Fuck you.